right, well, Hitotsu has had a rather amazing autumn as well, winning the Australian Guineas in Flemington, then the Australian Derby on day one of the championships in Randwick.
Absolutely, Jules, but what about the spring? I caught up with the great John Messara for a chat about the star 3-year-old colt who has already won over $3 million.
We bred Hitotsu out of Love is Fickle, and he was passed in at the sales, and then one of our very good clients, Kevin Payne, approached to see if he could buy it and what were the terms, etc. And we sold it to him for $100,000, I think it was. Not a lot of money for a Morris, but nevertheless, he bought it, and more recently he's been trained by the Mar Eustace camp, and they've done an incredible job with him. I mean, 2 derbies and a Guineas out of a handful of starts for that team is an amazing outcome, and he's done them under the most extraordinary circumstances. First up in the best 3-year-old mild race in Melbourne, the Australian Guineas, and then second up, you know, in the Australian Derby, and in the spring he won the best staying race for 3-year-olds in Victoria, the Derby there. So 2 derbies and a Guineas, you know, in the space of a very short time. Amazing, amazing horse. A horse with a very big cardiovascular system and a very efficient cardiovascular system and good lungs. And that's what Morris had himself. I've got a lot of confidence in the producer Morris. So we'll see if more Morrises emerge.
Yeah, the beast from the east, as you call it, or others too. But what finally, as we look towards the spring with Hitotsu, well, anything's possible, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, he's capable of anything. I think they're heading for the Cox Plate. That's their aim in the spring, and who knows what along the way and what beyond the Cox Plate. I mean, it could be a Melbourne Cup horse, for example. There's no limit to that horse, and yet he's not a very big, strong animal. He's lightly framed, but what an athlete.